You know, this is probably the most dangerous place I could be standing in this entire boat hideout. But maybe I like to live dangerously. And on that note, so I don't know. That's all I got. I'm anyway. Hello. I'm here. I'm queer. Uh, I should just say that each time instead of coming up with whatever I come up with. I've been hard at work. I'll get more into the specifics why, or now I guess. I did it. I got to the I got to the bottom floor of the place. I got the this one. It was a long spiral. The spiral lines go like woo 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 woo, and then they just have these like gaps over here in the initial downward climb. But yeah, been a long road, but it seems, unless this, like, I'm trying to make out this up below here, but I don't know. But it seems it's at an end, and I'm ready to tackle that end in front of everyone. Actually, wait a minute, I just remembered. I want to show off that there was dialogue here. I didn't want to stop before that, so I'll just show it in slideshow form, if that's okay. If actually, on second thought, I don't feel like reading right now. I've you just to catch everyone up in case everyone did like seeing the gravity of what I've or the lack of gravity that there thereof was kind of took me out of it. Anyway, you know all you need to know. I know all the stuff that I know before. And speaking of things that are kind of underwhelming, I still haven't done these three. These three sampler dungeons, so I'm gonna do those real quick. I've been hard at work. I've super spicy the entire game. I've gotten updated my build and a couple other builds. I could have done more, but honestly, I've thought about it, like, as I was sitting preparing for the stream, and I was like, nah, I didn't want to put in all that effort anyway. But the cool thing is that, having done all that, I can say that as powerful as I've gotten with all the stuff I've done, I take comfort in knowing it isn't even my final form, and with this, maybe I'll get to that point, or closer to it. Trying to see what the mic is picking up that I'm not putting down. If you line it right up, it kind of looks like a. I don't think that's what they're going for, like a Space Invader. They're all fish. I have to. I see what I have to do and I don't like it. I don't even have a weapon. The halfway mark, or even halfway done for the time, so maybe I'm actually good. Is there music playing? I can't really hear very well if there is. Come on. Oop, over there. These are a couple of items that I have had a decent amount of practice in. Where's the last one? Yeah, I was gonna say probably something I missed further up. Everything's under control. I just need to. There we go. Oh, I have to grab the book at in the same amount of time. That was a minor complication that could have easily been made if I was not careful. 3 cold cigarettes. I need to stop defaulting to that one. Anyway. Full power. I got 6 more of these to grab if that one was any indication. Anyway, let's go do those ones. What are they gonna give me here? No weapon, just splat chip, spin wheel, medium mitt. Reach the goal in time. The goal is right there. I imagine I have to fight some guys because it's the power build. Alright, I guess they're just add-ons. Alright, whatever. Okay, the biggest problem I'm seeing here is, like, the fact that I can't really... I don't know. Whoops. Is that gonna affect my chances much? Who else? Where else? Why else? There we go. Is it... is it wrong of me to say that I expected more from this? That's just like... I'm sorry, that's just what that's just what I'm thinking right now. I can't really, like, change the way I feel about that. Full course tactical feast. What's this gonna be about? I imagine, yeah, first it was balloons, then it was fighting through a bunch of guys, and now we've got now we have. I like the way she just like holds her arms out like she's catching the wind or something. I don't know. Yeah, but now we got this. How... Here we go. No. Come on. Up. Does this not have a time limit? Oh, that's good to know. Come on. Aiming is the bane of my existence here. Oops. Tactical genius right here. If I was putting this set together, I would be able to, like, put so many freaking so many like cooldown. That I don't know why it was so hard for me to come up with that word. Anyway, do I need to jump up again? Because I'm not seeing much in this part of the hood. Hello. Goodbye. Okay, what's the deal with this one? It go up, it go down, it's do the whirly round. Up, reset. Oh wait, no, it's not for the handyman, it's for the tether. Alright. Should probably hurry to make sure that I don't lose any cooldown or time discrepancy. Unless I do. I know how to do this, I just need to wait a couple of business days until I can try again. This is advanced mathematics. Could I maybe just, like, there we go. But a better my protectors for anyone I know. You really need to get out new people and meet new people, Fry. There we go. Now I've become the most powerful being, multifaceted in all ways, as proven by whatever I just did to make it happen. Man. Looking at all of this, it's like, all those tick marks, all those things I did all that time ago. I did all that, and now I can't do it all again. Well, I can, but I can't experience it for the first time again, and it almost feels kind of sad when I think of it that way. But I'm not here to feel sad, I'm here to feel victory. I'm not here to feel sad in general, but that's, I don't really have much control over that, I must confess. Oh, this is ominous. A little afraid. Just a little. Is the water made of gold, or is... It's like the Scrooge McDuck pool, except you can dive into it like a pool, because there's water and not pieces of metal. What's that? That's kind of creepy. Like, why is it blooded and blacked out like that? There's like a whale. A whale's not a fish, though. Hang on. Lord Saltimatum. Alright, I guess, I guess we're doing this. Hang on, I can't... Okay, that's a good thing I brought this set, so that I could just... So I'd have a way to deal with that. Whoop. Alright, I just need to go in there. Just need to go get it done. Not sure what I was expecting, but, I got what I got. And I seem to have accidentally prepared, like, the best, best countermeasure for this, which is just to fly forever. Never mind, is immune to that BS. Alright, still good? Never punished, never beaten. Ouch. Okay, it's gonna do its, yeah. I'm familiar with this boss mechanic. I mean, I'm lucky that I have the, I'm lucky to have had the aerial build up and ready, but I don't know how they expect you to really, like... These waves, first of all, they're... That's, And also, as I was about to mention before, the freaking, whatchamacallit, the big whale. Words are failing me today. A lot of things were failing me today, vis-a-vis the lack of motivation that I've struggled with for a little while. Yeah, just kind of on and off, but it's been there. Do I need to be concerned about all the yelling it's doing? I kind of wanted to get a couple more... Okay, well... I wanted enough to do another showstopper, but I guess it doesn't matter. Alright, now's my chance. Get stuck in the ground, idiot. Get rotated, idiot. Take a bath, idiot. You really look like you need a bath. Hello? Hi. Oh. That does look like a chess piece on its head. It looks like a pawn, which, this guy's not giving off pawn energy, I'll tell you that much. Okay. We're at this part now of the experience. Of the wood. And then a wood. And I put in a word. Woody. A word with your supervisors. Wait, you are the supervisor. Let me think of a word in just a second. Oh great, you're here too. Yeah, this is kind of hectic. So glad that being airborne allows me to avoid literally everything. Not sure if this was the intended experience. Anything you can feasibly do in the video game has to be an intended experience. Like legally, if you expect anything else, then you're not game designing hard enough. Get him. What now? Why did it all go silent? I shouldn't have gone inside. I can see the outlines of where the thing hit. Wow. I love detailing environmental details like that. Alright. Alright, it's been fun, buddy, but time to make like a fish and take a dip. I came up with that one on the spot without meaning to. Oh. Nice. What's the... What is that? I just want to know what it is. I love the unique fanfare. The next day. Took us a whole day to get that thing out. Hey, mechanic! Setting sail for Splatsville. Yes, I see you. I see you, my character that... My mechanic, me character. Hey! Oh, we're doing like a rundown, like the freaking, like the freaking, Luigi's Mansion type deal. Like of all the loot I earned. Some of them are not like maxed out, and I'm not sure exactly how to find the rest of them. There's definitely more to find, but I didn't find them. So like, I don't know what the deal is with that. And I played a lot. Like, if I was gonna find some of these treasures in like, you know, some of these upgraded treasures were down in random parts of the like bottomless buffet. So like, I feel like I can't help but feel like I should have been able to find them when this is like the last. This is like the final fanfare. I probably shouldn't be like spending the whole time just like, you know, complaining or making it sound like that. but it is kind of like I feel feels a little empty knowing that that was supposed to be the be all end all of the adventure, and I didn't even get all the things filled in. Also, I did hear the air horn. I think partly because of this game, I've just kind of like I just don't react when I hear an air horn anymore. It's just like, you know, it's just white noise to me. Legendary loot, 40 billion. I didn't even get to see how that added up to my, like, there it is. That was almost half of it, literally everything else I've been collecting. That's crazy. Okay, but what does that mean for the rest of the game? Endless search. Splatsville's savior. Gazillionaire. Sparkling treasure of the lingering scent of salt, kept deep within the Spiralite Islands. Its divine beauty captivates the viewer. It does look like a salt shaker. I have history learning chess, so I thought it was a pawn piece. I mean, the designs kind of vary a little bit. It has similar shape play, but you know, the rounded top and like not much else is like, that's why I kind of thought that. It's been forever since we cut loose in Splatsville. Might have gone a little overboard, actually. It's true that we're swimming in loot now, so there's no real need to be back on the Spiralite Islands. But life's not all about what you need. We can still come here for fun every so often. Sorry to drag you along for the ride, mechanic. Yeah, you're our bestie. Aw. You got a permanent invitation whenever we come out here. I'm friends with celebrities. Touch his fingers together cutely. Yippee. We can do whatever we're in the mood for. Hang out at the hideout ship or hit up any island we feel like. The Spiralite Islands are our oyster. Oh, spicy. From the hideout ship, that's a wrap. Catch you later. There was also like a... Oh, I did get that. I did get the last brownie scroll. I didn't know that. Like I didn't think that I would have been able to that. Wait, there's... There's research tasks for refighting the bosses? Oh. I actually didn't know that. I was wondering... I was kind of like trucking along. I wasn't really going for 100%, but knowing that what to do to get to that amount is, yeah. Alright. Golden Forever outfit. Yeah, baby. Draped in the finest of cloth. What does this do? Undiscovered gadget parts are easy to find. Can be equipped additionally if set from relic towers. Hell yeah. Wait, but that means it won't be part of my presets. Will it? Or it's not showing as part of the... Okay. What? Okay, but what the heck do I do now? That's like... There's more. There's more. How much more is there? Does it just like... Is this just like a challenge run? Like an endless like an infinite challenge run, essentially? Yeah, I'll see how I go. So this set that I'm using, the one I used to defeat the, whatever that guy's name was, Salmon Ultimatum Salmonid, the last guy, the big dirty fish. Yeah, this set right here, you might have noticed a little theme associated with it. Stop bullying my friend! This is like rude. This is so rude. Why would you do this? Literally, there was no need for that. She can't even take damage. You're just being mean. Yeah, going airborne and causing mayhem. Things feel easy, and you know, when I look in practice, wow, what the heck happens to the... Hang on a sec, that's... Oh no, it's cleared itself. The bitrate was kind of like... suffering, or whatever, or like the stream quality, or... I don't know real words. But, like, yeah. Anyway. Going airborne and completely ignoring the bus's design. Only one of those was intentional, believe it or not. Anyways. I forgot what I was gonna say. I was distracted by so many different things. Oh my goodness. I'm peeking back and forth at the, It could just be something on my end too, but... Anyway. Utterly incomprehensible. Oh yeah, this set, I did some multiplayer, raids with this one, and I couldn't help but notice that I had, like, kind of stolen every single, like, power egg, all the power eggs to be grabbed, like, went to me, and I the ratio of my eggs collected to everyone else's was way too substantial, and I don't know how to feel about that. Alright. Okay, but that being said, I gotta find more guys to actually kill to get the aforementioned eggs. They're not really giving me a lot of buses, or maybe the buses are just like camping out, or maybe, yeah, the other downside to this build is that Moors and Flipper Floppers will not interact if I don't touch the ground every once in a while. I could probably show off some of the other stuff I came up with. In a little bit. Okay, this is not like an endless gauntlet like I thought it was. There's gotta be an option for it though, right? I mean, where else do you go but up? Jesus, that stream quality. I really hope that's not reflective of everyone else's experience. Gadget loot. Yeah, I guess the remaining... I guess the remaining treasures are just like randomly randomly generated. Okay, so how far down does this go? Dare I ask? Aiming on the controller is a little different from aiming in handheld mode. Really humbling to look at the Switch 1 and Switch 2 back to back and realize how much bigger the Switch 2 is. I'm just kind of like... I don't know, I'm just kind of like spitballing now. I'm just kind of like using word jumble nonsense. Because what else do I have to really talk about now? Adventures abound. Oh. Come on. Oh, did it die underground? And that's a shame, anyways. And I'm guessing the levels are also like infinite. That's crazy now that I think about it. If the levels are if the levels here are infinite, if the levels you gain are infinite, you could have infinite fun, or as infinite amount of fun as you could feasibly get. You know, there's a lot of fundamentally different aspects, you know, when something like a PvP online shooter becomes like a sort of co-op, like solo offline / co-op like action RPG adventure style game. Quite a leap, but also at the same time still falls within similarities to what Splatoon has done in the past. And I think, you know, looking back on it all, cause like, I don't know, there's a lot of, there's certainly a lot of, you know, endless grind types of games and like action RPG-esque experiences. So I guess the question is, what is it that sets this one apart from others where I could kind of like check out a bit earlier than maybe like I needed to, or just like wanted to, or whatever. I don't know. What is that is the question. What is the answer? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Well, first of all, I like this series. Second of all, I don't know. Yeah, I once compared some aspects of this game's mechanics to like Monster Hunter, and really, I guess it kind of like falls into that similar reasoning. Not like, yeah, I know they're both like they play fundamentally differently, but like having the variety and having, you know, a potentially endless amount of like getting a fundamentally new experience every single time. That's certainly part of it, I would say. Also, everything, you know, everything in Splatoon in general just kind of like, I don't know how else to describe it, but it like pops. It like pops off, and and the sound design pops, and the and all parts of the design, and it's just so. I'm not like a professional critic or anything, so please don't take, like, I don't think I can say this enough across all my streams. Don't take anything I say super seriously. These are just my thoughts though. Like, you know, we all like play games to get, you know, to get a kick out of it one way or another, to get a dopamine rush, and I guess, like, you know, whether it happens through like storytelling or you know, self-satisfaction, any of that stuff, it's the more I talk, the more I realize I don't have a point. It's kind of like every time I open my mouth ever, but yeah, that's sort of the general vibe, I think. You know, a game goes for it. The game, if it's an interactive media, so the media has to interact. So the media itself has to interact with the player in a way that's engaging. Basically, you don't want to watch games play themselves. You don't want them to do things you don't necessarily expect or want. This game kind of I have a lot of thoughts, but not all of them concise, not all of them easily digestible and repeatable. But yeah. The thing about this game, you know, I think the way this game also handles the increasing challenge, the increasing complexity of all these scenarios, that's satisfaction in and of itself. You're constantly improving. The game's validating your improvement by showing you all these, by like letting you get to that point, and then also validating your efforts in like achieving that, achieving those milestones, essentially. And I guess, you know, I complained before. I was like, oh, that was too easy. It was like that in itself is still validation, because I prepared more than I thought I did. It was through my own power that I actually came to feel that way, through my own efforts. The whole time I was playing each night off stream, doing blah blah blah. And I guess, you know, you don't really have to overthink it. That's like the baseline of the of what they need to do. And having this so-called bottomless buffet that progressively gets stronger each time. They want to see where your peak is. I don't know if it's actually like bottomless in the programming or anything. Also, to my knowledge, the fact that you can just like fight, like level, like improve yourself endlessly and fight endlessly, it's like yeah, it's all good stuff. So I'm assuming that's what I'm doing right now is like endlessly testing my limits, endlessly getting that. There's gonna be like, leaderboards and like stats showing how big of how far you go in this piece of like, in this endless dungeon. Essentially, I was sort of like thinking, I was kind of expecting this to be the last time I would need to play this game, sort of, for stream. The last bit of substantial content I needed to experience, but and then I got to wondering what was next, if there was anything next. Got to thinking like, oh, popular, popular games, also, Nintendo games and other types of games. They get popular, they get approved for DLC. I wasn't sure what to expect with Splatoon Raiders, but who knows if it'll actually happen, first of all. Second of all, do we really need it? The challenge bar is already set, and it's seemingly infinite, seemingly endless, and so like you can't really add to it besides that. I guess you can maybe add weapons if people wanted weapons, but apart from that, yeah. And that really is like, something that I think a good number of games kind of like neglect. Like, it's such a simple solution. I didn't really think about it, but it doesn't matter if it's simple. What matters is like what it does, and I have fundamentally all I need. If I enjoy the game and I keep getting the satisfaction from going further and further, I'm gonna keep doing that. I could do it. I could literally do it forever, and I feel like I could do it forever. Like, that's the thing. Like, why would I play any other game if I could just get that feeling from, albeit reused content? But it's like, if it's enough, then it's enough. That's kind of what I'm thinking with all this. In any case, game good, still having fun with it right now, just, like, doing this, doing what I'm doing here. I'm gonna take a drink. I'm always in need of these things. Literally, I practically bleed, like, Spiralite shards at this point. It's the gems I need. It's the gems that I need to upgrade these parts to make me stronger. And I need these parts to, like, blah 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 blah, to get this and that, and they're only like a chance, like, they used to reward you for completing dungeons with these. Now you have to, like, find them through chance, essentially. Like, anyway, let's keep going. Alright, I guess we could also talk about, we could talk about anything. The world is our, well, I'm, like, the world is collectively our oyster, but I'm the one streaming and talking about it, so, like, I guess, like, it's on me to make that happen at the moment. Anyways, yeah. This, you know, much like, similar to how I was talking about, you know, gameplay being simple, but what you need, I guess, like, the story kind of follows a similar round. Like, you know, the nice thing about, I think I've personally kind of, like, led towards, lent myself towards, like, stories that don't really take themselves too seriously all the time. I don't know. I like to have fun. I think it's, like, people know this well enough. But, yeah. And I guess, like, you know, I don't want to say that, like, kids shows make it easy. Like, I mean, like, you know, like, in a way, I guess they kind of do. Like, you know, you have all these, you know, stories basically exist. Like, stories and set pieces are basically, like, metaphors for real life. Everything fantastical has a basis in some, like, in something or other. But, you know, like, it's still kind of like something you wouldn't expect to actually see in real life. Like, talking humanoid squids, fighting fishes, and by the way, humanity is dead. Like, but, you know, these are all, like, you know, we relate to the, you know, we relate to the set pieces, we relate to, like, the attitudes of some of these people, because they are based on us, and, like, you know, this like, story being kind of like this simplified version of a story, you know, kind of like, the premise is pretty simple. We're basically just looking for, look, we're searching ruins, you know how it is, but, why am I in hell again? I specifically asked not to be here. But yeah, like, but yeah, like, but yeah, like, and, like, yeah, you know? You still see, like, all the thought that goes into it. You still see, like, you're intrigued by the stuff, the discoveries of the Samnids. You're exploring an unknown territory. You're like, there's like some stakes going on by the end. There's history, and there's, like, you know, a dynamic between all the characters. There's, you know, we don't have to go. We don't have to be. It doesn't have to be like a narrative masterpiece. It doesn't have to have so many twists and turns and so many, like, you know, biting truths that we need to look at. Yeah, like, just like I said about the gameplay, it just has to engage in all the right ways. That I I enjoy. You know, I guess I might be biased. I personally enjoy Big Man. He's just a wholesome guy. I appreciate the other folks as well. Like, you know, Fry being all energetic, Shiver, just, like, kind of being a tsundere, kind of, like, having a reputation to uphold, and, but yeah. That's kind of, like, what I'm, to this. Yeah. Yeah, that's kind of, like, the bottom line, I think. Yeah. And it's good that you enjoy these characters because you spend so much time with them, and because you spend so much time with them and you enjoy them, that just makes it all the better. Yeah. That's yeah. I'm running out of breath because I'm looking into, like... I wonder if I have a passion for this sort of thing that I need to tap into. I mean, I guess the broader passion I could like put the pin down is like, you know, arts and creativity. Something, you know, if you knew me in the past, you probably never would have thought that I'd get so deep into all this stuff, and yet here I am. Yeah. Let's change. Let's go off topic a little bit because, like, you know, this stuff gets my goose going. But you know, I want to do more. Sometimes, like I mentioned before, I lose motivation. It's hard when that happens. I don't really know how to fix it all that well, and it sucks when it sucks looking back at it now because, like, I'm just like I'm just like so into it now. Like, it's, you have no idea. But yeah, I wanna, you know, but it also has to do with kind of like my I don't know how to put, like, my style of doing things, my style of learning. I am autistic. Things don't come easy all the time. But I would like to. I'd like to, you know, be. Well, I guess I like to be and immerse myself in things I like. You know, creative pursuits. I've dabbled in some have, like, stuck with me more than others. I guess the only problem is not sticking, but, like, you know, having the drive and the motivation to keep going, because I feel like, you know, fear of failure probably also is something that gets in the way, or just fear of inadequacy. It's kind of you know, it's kind of a deep laid part of me that I you know, has to do a lot with my upbringing. But yeah. Suffice to say, this stuff, I like to be able to chase the happiness. I've been told I gotta chase the fear a little bit as well. But, you know, it's one thing to be able to admit to that, but, you know, you also have to put your money where your mouth is, I guess, if you have to prove that you actually want it. And you know, it feels kind of big of me to, it feels kind of rich to be able to say these things and not be able to do them. I guess I just have to say, I just have to tell myself, you know, I'm getting there one step at a time. And I have, like, I'd like to say that I've made progress in some areas, like, you know, I used to be so, like, completely socially shut off, you know, just a few years prior, actually. And then, but, you know, the first step was really putting myself out there, and then gradually finding the right people, warming up to them, bit by bit, opening myself up, and now here I am. You know, like, arguably the happiest I've ever been, and if possible, I'd like to get it even better. Cause, and you know, saying all that now, I think I can make it better. But if I just make more leaps and bounds, at least I hope to. Yeah. But who else? I've gone back to React Andying mode. I think I've done enough deep talks for the time being. More will come, just not right now. I think I need another drink. I did admittedly, like do a quick late night shop before I started. Something that I'm realizing kind of affects, my mood. Well, it. I guess maybe, feels silly that I'm realizing this now. Like the food I eat, the amount, like the food I eat, and like the stuff I do in the day makes my mood. I really needed to go grocery shopping, and I, did it at night when there's not a lot of people around. Having, like, not having enough in my fridge, is like a stealth yeah. I don't know if that's a real thing, but yeah, it's hard. It's a hard feeling to pick up on, but I do acknowledge it. I bought 2 whole extra, like, 4 liters of apple juice. It's not. It's and it's gonna be gone within the week. That much I can say. Not the current week. Not like I'm not that crazy, but like, yeah. Oh, I'm starting to get lightheaded. That's not good. I think that's the time that I should probably shut up for a sec. I don't even know if I can fit this one in. I only need 3 extra. What can I remove 3 in? Not a lot. Guess you gotta make compromises somewhere. Yeah. Let's just see. It only gives me 2 extra. That's not quite where I need to be. I feel like I might have just wasted some of the gems that I keep saying are so hard to come by. Whatever, still haven't reached my limit. Alright. Excellent. Oh hey, one of those gems that I said I was missing. Nice. Oh hey, finally another one of these. Family size cutter? What are you what are you cutting? Like rectangular pizzas? Like what? First get short and quarter any known ingredient high seven ingenuity has settled many a sibling squabble. Yeah, I guess that's easy enough conclusion to make, yeah. I'm sealing my fate, making it so that I can only clear these later bottomless buffet floors with this particular build. But I guess it's not out of the question. I could make more happen, like more things happen, just with a bit more like just a bit more time to I assume this is unlocked to something I didn't want in the first place. Yeah, sure. Okay, I was saying before that I was bleeding shards, but now I might be going into I might be needing a transfusion soon. Where? Yeah, where are all the hers at? It's me, I am the hers. I'm holding the hers in my hand. I like making jokes. I'm kind of lost in thought at the moment. I think this game is the perfect vehicle to just me being able to just fiddle out around with it, and like, you know, muscle memory is kicking in more than the actual the thought process. I've played these games for a long time, so it's kind of easy for me to really get into that state. So that's nice. I could, you know, probably how I was able to do all that talking stuff earlier, but, you know, my vocal capacity is another thing that I have to work on. Not something I really used much of in my youth, you must understand. So it still needs some practice. I suppose the fact that I'm feeling tired, like from using it so much, or like, you know, it's the same. I'm guessing. Again, don't take anything I say seriously. I'm not a professional, but you know, I'm getting. You know, it's a muscle I'm working to get for it to get bigger. Alright. Oh. Kind of a little close here. Ah. Oh, here we go. Lonely figure. Certainly getting more of an idea of what this, what these treasures are supposed to be. I said it before, but I do enjoy the fact that they're just kind of like, you know, you think that they're like, like, the observations are kind of incorrect because we're missing the context of all the parts. It's the little things. Let's keep going. Yeah, I kind of said my piece. It would have been nice to just kind of like, you know, just leave it at that. But you know, I say you know as if like you're supposed to fill in the blanks yourself as to the inner machinations of my mind. But what I'm trying to say is, like, you know, I'm still having fun, I'd say. Still enjoying what I do. I'd like to be able to keep going until I'm fully, like, zonked out. Just so I can hang out here. The most public of spaces, and yet it's somehow the place where you expect to find the most good company. Or, like, you know, have a place of good company amongst everyone else that exists. Okay. The internet is such a weird place. Oh, there he goes. Can they not, like, swim? They did come out of the water in the, in Salmon Run in the main games. So, like, what the heck? Skill issue, bro. That's crazy now that I think about it. Saying skill issue to someone who's effectively just drowned, and, like... I mean, like, you know... Swimming is a skill that you learn, and having a deficiency in that skill is an issue you need to solve if you ever hope to go into that area, but at the same time, it's kind of insensitive if you just, like, say that someone drowned and it's like not a big deal because you should have done that better, but we don't, like, like, what is wrong with me? A lot of things, but, ay, ay, ay. Nice, okay. Personally, I prefer the air. Oh, a lot of people gathering down here. It's like, welcome to the party. Guys, stop stop getting up and fry, come on. What'd she ever do to you? That sounded delicious, but the mission comes first. There we go. I got it anyway. It wasn't even anything super rare. Literally useless to me. Something that sounds more than what, like, yeah, that thing sounded more special than whatever was happening before that I didn't think was special. Enemies, Doko. The stupid Morses. Is that how? Is that the pluralization of that one? Mawses, because you know singular is Maws, like Jaws. Like like they have those things, yes, but they have put multiple Maws, like how like every monster in Monster Hunter just kind of like has like the base name as like the plural. Like 2 Rathalers and 1 Rathalers. You know? Wasn't sure if that was a especially commonplace in terminology. I only wish I had I wish for a lot of things, but it's good to count your blessings as well. That's a lot louder when you face it like that way. I want to real quick. I'll just take this downtime to he wants to let me know every little thing that I newly found. Yes. I see, and then... Anyway. Let me break it down for you, Mark. No. Alright. Yeah, as you can see, this is the aerial build. I jump up in the air. I have what I need spread across every other gadget. Like I have the oh, there's a lot of popping. I can float in the air to prolong my jump powers. I can regenerate ink and activate you know, I can regenerate ink and activate my tank powers. Yeah, that's all there is to this build. Some of these other builds I have are not fully formed because I ran out of time to just like knock down all of the extra like essentially I didn't run out of time. I just didn't want to. I just didn't want to do the whole grind of finding more and more Spiralite gems, but this one was inspired by a by someone in my chat. As you can see, I have a story. I have a short story for this one. As you can see, it's the Primo. This is the Primo engine roller. This is my personal bias for like augments that I want. Stuff that increases rate of fire or like swing speed. Having what is essentially a dynamo roller with the speed of a regular splat roller is like kind of insane if you like look at it from a regular Splatoon perspective. But yeah, I have that. Yeah. So basically, I first made this build with like a non-primo engine roller, and then I found this like not long after I'd set up all the chunks and everything. I actually wasn't that mad about it at the time because I was like, I wasn't fully expecting to find one of these anyway. I just kind of given up, and then I found it, and I was like, yeah. So the uh, the weapon abilities aren't fully formed as a result. They were on the last one, but the concept is still there. All three of these are here to do one thing and one thing only. Freeze! And then pop them. And you can see it's actually you know, like and of course I'm using a roller and not like a Splatana. Splatana will be easier to use, but I noticed like comparing this to, well, I got rid of all of them, but comparing this one to like the to the Splatanas I had, the Splatanas didn't really add up to the rolling damage. First of all, and second of all, I just didn't find any legendary weapons that had that, like, legendary Splatanas. I mean, like, I just didn't find any. I don't know what to tell you about that one. I also don't really have I don't have the maximum of like, I don't have the maximum freeze buffs, I don't think. Yeah, and using all these, I become glaringly aware of some of the weaknesses of this one, that, like, being a lack of mobility. This one having like a lack of mobility, and what's the deal with that? Why does it do more damage sometimes and less damage other times? I don't know. Yeah, that's why I have big mana showstopper, so I can get away if I need to. Then I have, to deal, and the other downside is not having much long range, which is why I have this one. A little more proof of concept, but I can just send a guy out to deal with that one, and then clear the riffraff over there, and then aim at say a stinger that's over there. Well, ready for anything, essentially. And the choice of showstopper comes like from basically what I need of them. Like, I had Fry there. I had Fry on standby because like I didn't really have anything that could inflict fermentation, and also like you can just kind of let Fry go do her own thing, whereas Shiver you have to aim, and Big Man takes up all of your time. So like yeah, I did put a lot of thought into these. Making a blaster, something kind of combat oriented, and something that could like deal with crowds of riffraff, so that I can, with the fermentation and the explosions, that was my choice. These ones, for the technical tank, this one's kind of more proof of concept. I just kind of was wondering to myself, this is all gadgets. This is an all gadgets build. I just like throw them out. I make my own little safe space, and the summoners just have to live with that. Why are they called bomb loons when they do all their damage with the connecting tissue? But yeah, wasn't really sure what to do with the weapon. It just kind of exists. It's just kind of there for extra utility. And then another more proof of concept one, something I can like throw out on the fly, and then, you know, continue to just leave stuff everywhere, and then do my own thing. And then and then just kind of leave mayhem wherever I go. And having a weapon that can just kind of like deal with whatever threat I need to deal with at any given time from any given place. It's, yeah. Trying this out right now kind of makes me want to go back to it again. Or, like, again, well, what I mean is, like, just, like, make it a fully formed concept, essentially. I ruled the battlefield. And Shiva was feeling kind of lonely, and more on the topic of, like, being able to handle anything from anywhere. The shark does that pretty well. And then, of course, preset 1 is the one I was using for most of the game. Just the, that, and that. Anyway. I really don't... God, I don't know if I'm going to get everything in all these mini games. I don't think I have it in me. I don't think I have the courage. I can't do it. I just can't, Nemo. Yeah. Yeah, some weapons still escape me. Wondering how I could use a charger for one of that or something. I just gotta use the charger on the on one of the tactical ones. For like the long range shoot power. I do also appreciate as well the fact that you know, something I've noticed is that, you know, in normal Splatoon, charging charging up a charger while in mid, or a like charging up a charger or a stringer while in midair makes it slower, but not in this game because it's all about like having that extra mobility. Okay, I hate seagulls, so I want to get away from them. Alright. Feeling kind of winded. One thing I want to do before I sign off is read all this lore that I've been missing out on. Because you gotta think about the lore. Like, this all comes to building a very, like, a whole big old world. Let's look at all these. Alright. Splatland Islands appear. Splatlands are in uproar over the appearance of mysterious islands due to a seismic shift. Some think that these are the fabled Splatland Islands said to have sunk into the sea long ago. Investigation plans included the dispatching of a survey team just as soon as the team leader returns from vacation. Yeah, you want to probably handle that. Just, like, otherwise some nondescript raiders are going to snatch up all the loot before you can. I mean, archaeological finds. Yeah, the island's Samanid gathering grounds. These are the notes left behind by those, like, by that one explorer, right? I followed the Samanids that attacked the city, and I saw them withdraw to the sea. I trailed them as they arrived at some islands that appear to be their home turf. If they notice me, I'll be in a world of trouble. But surely I'll be fine if I do some light investigation, right? Also, that chess piece there, foreshadowing, is a literary device wherein something is alluded to, yada yada. Oh, I skipped the I I skipped the category, not the the exact page. I didn't mean to do that. I want to read these like in the order that they're supposed to. That in a concise order that tells the story. Splashville plunges into debt surpassing 60 billion G. The festival and massive donations briefly boosted the economy, but it is once again in trouble. Excitement over the surplus may have prematurely loosened purse strings. 60 billion. How much did the treasure I got amount to? Also, it looks like they framed the anglerfish as like the business mogul, which seems in character somehow. Anyway, 86 billion. That yeah, that's a sizable haul, I think. Enough to pay off that debt that was mentioned. Anyway, helicopter company flyer. No helipad, no worries. We provide ace pilots, custom aircraft, and professional delivery at the lowest prices. Fast flights for fresh flyers. Gima Aviation. Can I rotate these? No. Okay. Do they have insurance? Because that might also, like, that might also take away from that, from that one. Metal butt plate. Metal plate that was attached to the butt's cockpit. Words are inscribed on it, but most of the letters are worn off. However, a few interesting bits are visible, including singing is the key, opens the way, and gold. We all know what that one was about. Splatfield's hottest street styles. Why can't we get drip like this? Man. Well, I mean, some of it is, like, no, like the hat and maybe some of these coats as well, but like the one on the far left with the two-tone pants, that's swag. I don't know how to say it. Fashion-savvy young people are repurposing turf war gear and making it part of their own unique street styles. The thinking seems to be more gear, more respects. Never mind, they're hustlers. I don't know what to say else about them. Constellation of the Shining Tower. The constellation projectors in Boatler's Temple. The top of the tower-like structure shines brightly. Really hairpin. Long ago, when Sevens raided Splatfield, they stole this precious heirloom from Fry's great-great-grandfather. It's an Onaga clan hairpin that looks a lot like a spatula. We saw that as well. Spiral Island's map. Are we gonna get to see, like, the entire world map of, like, the Splatoon world? Like, all the land masses and stuff? Is there, like, a real-life equivalent to this, I wonder? I don't know. Is the map... I was gonna say, is the map on the right way, but I'm guessing the, you know, this is, like, inspired by, like, the Japanese scripts, and they go, like, you know, down, they write down, and then left, then down, and then yada yada. This map found in the Manta family's basement shows the location of the Spiralite Islands. The notes accompanying it are more than 100 years old. Apparently, the sender never returned from their journey to the islands, and their current whereabouts are unknown. The Red Salmonids legend. Have you heard the rumors of the strange salmonids? Apparently, they have crimson scales and violent tempers, and they're just lurking out there somewhere. Are they truly salmonids, or some new unidentified creature? Anyone with information, please contact the editorial department right away. The editorial department, and not, like, you know, marine biologists or the government. This is, like, crazy, is like a crazy call. But also totally in character. Waterfront signboard. Sign inviting readers to stay out of the waters. It seems like it's for the salmonids who don't swim well. And that's why we don't see them in Salmon Run, I'm assuming. Constellation of the Spiral Tower. Constellation projected in Stone Oven Stone Oven Temple. A tower can be seen in the center of the spiral. If they use the word stone and oven, would have been too on the nose, but like having it just like change spelling kind of adds to it. I think, yeah. Salmon battle music. Summoners of the Spiral Islands sometimes use music to get into a fighting mood. Exceptionally fresh bands and tunes drive the brave warriors into battle to protect their territories. The music also seems to increase the appetites of invaders. Invade. Who's the invader in this scenario? Like both of them? Well, it's made by Summoners for Summoners, so I have to assume. Star and Summoned mural. Summoners gaze up at the starry sky as if with a yearning intensity. Summoned evolution. Oh wow, look at this. About 12,000 years ago, a natural disaster brought about the extinction of most living organisms. However, some marine life survived and thrived due to mutation. Recent theories suggest that salmonids are likely a species that rapidly evolves to adapt to dramatic environmental changes. I don't like the crinkliness is impacting on readability, but it's also like, yeah, it builds character, it shows its age. But yeah, I see. Constellation of the Three-Headed Monster. The constellation projected in Cooler Temple. It depicts a frightening monster with three large heads. Message in a bottle 1. This feels tragic. Dearest angelfish, please forgive me and my bullheadedness. I can't bear another day without you. Life alone is dull and disappointing, like toasted seaweed that's gone all soggy. Tentactically yours, Ichabod. Man, I emotions in this fun little children's game about talking squids. Mission Model 2. Oh, angelfish, though I know not where you are, I believe with all my heart that the sea will carry my love back to you. Just out of curiosity though, did you change your number? Yours with an ocean deep love, Ichabod. Okay, this is yeah. Anyway. Mission Model 3. My sweet angelfish, it is decided. I'm turning over a new leaf. I've taken a part-time job. Training begins today. Once I've saved enough money, I shall set off on my journey to find you. Wait for me. I probably won't be stopped. Yours in a labor of love. Is this person the stalker? I hope not. The Salmonarch. This ruler wields great power over all the Spiralite Islands. During festivals, salmoners typically parade throughout the realm before opening the gate that leads to their liege and offering Spiralite in tribute to the golden power egg. So I'm guessing this power egg never like it must have existed a long time ago. Otherwise, like hence the murals and stuff. But name erased. There was once a family with a free thinker who loved machinery. It says this nonconformist went far away without permission and learned dangerous building techniques. They were exiled because of this, and during the fallout, they disappeared without a trace. Huh. History. Hey, look at this photo. Sharon and Jen just swapped a deep cut character OC. Um, This bundle of papers was left behind in an underground storage area. The letters contain the writer's sentiments about friends and family back home, as well as regrets about not passing unique skills to the next generation. Perhaps this included photo brought to mind better days with loved ones. Like, they give off similar vibes, but it's the art style and, you know, the fact that they are, yeah. Salty Islands. This is the one I got from beating that final boss dude. Long ago, following rumors about the presence of delicious salt, a school of salmonids journeyed to a spiral-shaped cluster of islands. It's said that they became obsessed with the salt and forgot where they came from. So this wasn't even the place of their birth. Is that what they're telling me? Oh. They colonized these islands, and then they died. Or, like, they went dormant for a while. Well, I killed them, I guess. And their leader. Oops. Anyway, let's move on to this one right now. 4 times to attack the city, and I saw them before the sea. I tried to stay rest of the islands that appear to be at home. If they notice me, I'll be in a lot of trouble, but surely I'll be fine. There's just some less investigation, right? Okay. Interesting spiralite crystals. We will call the crystals around the island spiralite. It seems that they possess unusual properties. There is no doubt much to be learned from researching these crystals, and all findings shall be properly catalogued. Boss salmonids of the Spiralite Islands. Boss salmonids who claim this area as their territory seem to carry massive power eggs with them at all times. Perhaps it is some sort of badge of honor, an indication of their strength. Large lidded box. Like a treasure chest. A salmonid of small stature was haphazardly tossing discarded items into a chest. Could it have been tidying up? That builds character, that's nice. Abandoned artifacts. What are you doing with that cutlery? That's not what it was meant to be built for. I have no clue what the big objects are that I can see on the sea. Are they old relics? Did salmonids build them long ago? What do they resemble? I feel like they're made of materials I've seen before. Were humans bigger than... that much bigger than... I don't know. Vegetation survey. Native plant life here has undergone unique evolution. This is likely due to the spiralite that has dissolved into the salt water. Some species that were originally seaweed seem to have adapted to live on land. Swirling acorns. And those plants still lived after disappearing mysteriously and then resurfacing when we came back. Swirling acorns. Under certain conditions, spiralite particles form into spiraling fields. The winds circling here, and there are surely the result of that. But how do the fields lose consistency when they come into contact with high-density ink? I don't know, but it helps me out. Twisted lava. Lava mixed with spiralite appears to twist and harden. Some of the smallish formations appear to have begun the hardening process only recently. Gas infused with spiralite spews from them. That's why that exists, yes. Sounds of spiralite. Oh geez. This one's diseased. Spiralite seems to enhance the physical abilities of the salmonids, and the fact that so many strong salmonids inhabit this area is most likely the result of spiralite exposure. The white crystals on their bodies, while apparently not a style choice, do seem to indicate their strength. Their power level, if you would. Slippery substance. Nice-like material forms in areas where the seawater has high spiralite content. Though not as cold as it appears, its surface is slippery just the same. I want to examine it more closely, but it's dangerous. I would need some sort of anti-slip device. I could have used one of those, just saying. Ancient Samonid civilization. It seems that an ancient Samonid civilization possessing advanced technology once flourished here. I should head back to the city soon, but I want to investigate this further. And I need to send out a map detailing the island to let others know that they exist. Well, I think we got the word somehow, otherwise we wouldn't be here. Source of the fog. Pipes reaching skyward spew out white gas. The areas around them are quite foggy. Supposing ancient samurais made them, their technological prowess was astonishing. Yeah. I mean, I can't imagine this being a remnant of human society. Like, why would they... Where does it connect to? Why does it do that? A way of salting. This wall mural appears to depict some type of recipe. Add power eggs and a pinch of salt to a resealable bag. Massage well, allow to rest. Transfer to a new container. Would this really work? What? Hang on, what? I can kind of make out the impression of these, so it's like a step-by-step, like there's the eggs in a bag, there's the bag being massaged, and then it's put it into a jar. I don't know what they're doing with the jar, but but the substances have been put into like a bowl of rice or something. I don't know. Just like with the relics, I can only give conjecture. Star projector. What did the ancient samurais have in mind when they created this device? It uses high purity spiralite to project images of starry skies onto ceilings and walls. It seems to only be activated on special days like festivals. Them, like, desiring the stars must have something to do with, like, I'm sure it'll be explained in a sec. Ruins in the sea. It appears to be a complex that can only be entered on special days, and only by salmonids who have completed some sort of training. I saw large salmonids enter in droves carrying something that seemed important. Perhaps I could get a peek inside if I were to sneakily tag along after them. Yeah, we know what that is. Stained page. Why is this the only page that had to have those pre-splatters on them? Something terrifying at the center. Drive salmonids mad. Gold. Must not let salmonids near. Underground preparations. It has been a month since I fled from the salmonids and hid underground. I attempted to escape the islands, but a strange fog has thwarted my efforts. With that fog around, I must do what I can to prepare for the days ahead. Yeah, and then there's the thing I thought was like a toaster or a grill or something with like a screen. Test notes for gadgets. Successfully powered a gadget using energy stored in spiralite. Energy efficiency is still an issue, but works reasonably well. Went outside for the first time in a while today. Sea level had risen faster than I thought it would. Research notes on tanks. Well, thanks to this person that we get all that power, I guess. Energy conversion, high purity spiralite. Temporary physical enhancement tailored to user. Fog still hasn't lifted. The notes are getting more abridged. Bot details. So they made this bot as well, I'm guessing. Equipped with seaweed stem stabilizer to ensure passengers' safety. Embedded autonomous control system. Mandatory. Minimal manual controls. Rejecting thruster-based flight in favor of strong leaps to fixed points. Guess that would save fuel, I guess. Underground training facility. I've done my best to turn underground caverns into prototypical training facilities. The bot must remain stationary in the mechanisms that activate each area. That's a good thing, isn't it? It makes it so I have to train without relying on machinery, which is prone to rust in the given conditions. Those are the sampler dungeons. Final notes. Oh jeez. I installed some locks, but I've probably only bought us time. I do believe the map I sent out long ago has made it to Splatsville. To unknown seekers who may come here one day. I hope you can use all that I've left behind. I salute thee. Did they explain why the star projectors were activated by each of the ancient families' songs? Alright, here we are. With the stuff I got from bonding with the crew. Young people love to capture each and every moment of time spent in their hometown. Cute. Questions fall on the Grand Festival. I remember playing that one. It was it was a memorable time, I will say. Our festival of unprecedented scale had sea life all over, boiling with excitement. Deep Cut, who repped the festival's future faction, spoke positively about their loss, noting that while bitter, even a loss can only lead to the future for the group and for all of the Splatlands. I like seeing all of the girly pups together. They all made the series what they were, I will say. Hahojiro clan succession. The shock bonding ceremony has always been held away from prying eyes. The Hahojiro clan celebrates with traditional song and dance for 3 days, calling to the Splatland seas. It's said that only those who fulfill their shark summoning destinies are worthy enough to be called shark tamers. Interesting. Naga clan leader. The main branch of the Onaga clan is said to have perfected the training of moray eels. The young leader is unrivaled in the skill, able to control 9 yellow eels at the same time. Even at a young age, the mischievous moray tamer was known to fill her neighborhood with surprise and laughter. Hopefully, hopefully good fun times. Also, I think I saw this somewhere about I remember where the life cycle of inklings and how the little ones just look like squids that look like that. It's basically just like the squid, the humanoid squids, the squid like squid, but not but with less people features like they just have the skin, the squid outline, and the tentacles and stuff. Anyway, Manta Clan Star Settler. The current head of the Manta Clan assumed control at the young age of 16 with the support of his predecessor. On completing his inaugural performance, he offered a humble Now, he's now breathing new life into old traditions with projects such as popular manga collaborations. I like manga. I don't read a lot of manga, but I like it. New face chews the scenery. Terrifying sea creature dwells under the Opirana House? Sing, my lovely sea angels, song alone keeps us afloat. I am undone, unshelled by my love's buckle cone. Buckle? I don't know. I need to learn more words. I didn't take Shiva to be an operatic, but she is stylin' as hell. Brand Muse. The effect was sudden. I saw her on the street and her style skewered my heart. I had no choice but to create apparel for her. Fashion designer Splasher-Cod. Fry also looks so slay in this. Heck yeah. That is a vibe. Dream Streamer. Oh my god, me. Me. From the 3 foundations of composition, through a thorough breakdown of home studio plugins, this music-loving mentor is putting on a clinic for you. If you love AA music, like and subscribe. And of course, I find this one to be the most relatable. He's got the video thumbnails on the side. He's got an eating challenge there. The third one down is can't really tell what all the other ones say. Is one of them a paranormal investigation or something? I don't know. I don't watch a lot of mainstream people. I find comfort in the people I find comfort in, not the people who have to blow their lid over the top. Just people who do their own thing and have fun doing it. Just be super chill about it, I guess. Most of the time, yeah. Anyway. Spotland's Pinkfish battle scroll Hohodiro. Rushing in on sharks, the Hohodiro clan pierced through the Pinkfish lines. Frightened of the wild warriors, the Pinkfish retreated. Victory cheers, carried on winds from the rocky shore, echoed all the way out to the sea. I I thought that one over there. I thought the one on. I thought the leftmost Hojiro clan person was bare-legged for a second, and had really thick legs. I might be projecting a little bit. No, but no. Those are pants. It took me. I had to look at the other ones to ensure that yeah, they're just pants. Splatland's Pinkfish Battle Scroll or Naga. Large numbers of pinkfish suddenly advanced on the Splatland shores. As the first to notice, the Onaga clan engaged them, aided by many moray eels who worked themselves into a frenzy as a show of strength. And then, of course, the manta. The big man. A wandering member of the Manta clan was suddenly surrounded by the pinkfish. The nomads repelled the pests with a mysterious dance and then went from home to home guiding everyone's escape to high ground. The guy just kind of like stumbled into it carefree and then decided to help everyone. What a Chad, honestly. And then I saw this one as well. Like, future VIP pass. The bearer of this ticket is our buddy. Treat him right. You don't want us to find out you were rude to them. Ay. I love Splatoon. Anyway, I'm gonna rightfully assume that all of the you know, all the baseline content, all the stuff that you know, all the story and discoveries and whatnot have been fully realized. So with that, I must say, kudos to you, Splatoon Raiders. Thank you for giving me the time that I had, which was good, for the record. Don't want to leave that out in the air. I need to rest my voice. I need to rest myself. I keep only getting like 6 to 7. Don't say a word. I keep only getting like 6, maybe 7 hours of sleep, maybe even less. I just can't stop waking up at early in the morning to let the dog outside. I wonder if that's the reason why I'm hard programmed to wake up there. Then. No, I feel like it's been like when there are other people in the house. I feel like I do that sometimes. I don't know. Who's to say? In any case, rest well. Take good care of yourselves. I'm trying to practice what I preach, which is why I'm ending off today. More fun times ahead. I hope. More fun times. No, I gotta be more positive. Gotta be more confident. Let's get this bread next time. Later, gamers. That felt so wrong. Anyway, bye.